Hey there, welcome back to Healthy Eating Every Day. This is your last session. Woohoo, you made it this far. You made it to session number 7. And this is all about tips for success, right? And so it's the things that we talked about already and just a little bit of added oomph for why we need to continue on this journey and how you are going to be super successful. But I already know you are because you are amazing and you made it this far. And I am so proud of you, regardless of what your journey is and why you decided to come to this class and listen to me for all of these crazy sessions. And so whatever reason is, I am super proud of you just because you are here. And that's all that matters, right? Is that you are amazing and that you're continuing on this journey to becoming your better self and to really fueling your body to become a healthy person. And so tips for success. Number 1, we talked about it before and we're talking about it again. Removing sugar from our diet, right? Again, it's not about giving up everything, but really focusing hard on making sure that we can take as much sugar out of our diet as possible. Sugar is the culprit to weight gain. Sugar is the culprit to body aches, to fatigue, to all of these things. And so it does nothing for our body. We don't need it. It gives us no vitamins or minerals or antioxidants. It doesn't give us anything. And so when you think about malnutrition, which is kind of like a huge problem in, America, and it's not necessarily just not having food to eat, but really it's having not good for you food to eat. And it's having those processed foods and the donuts and the cookies and the chips and the candy and the pop and all of those things. So those foods don't have any nutritional benefit to them at all, right? And so they're not good for you and they provide you no benefit except for giving you weight gain and feeling really crummy. So tip number 1, remove as much sugar from your diet as possible. And I know that it's going to be hard, but you can do it. Tip number 2, eating lots of powerhouse foods. And if you remember back to session 5, I believe it is, powerhouse foods are those fruits and those veggies, and having as much of those as you possibly can in your diet, especially those powerhouse veggies, those non-starchy veggies. Those are the ones that, the green leafy veggies. Adding as much vegetables to your diet as you possibly can, especially adding 2 cups to lunch and to supper, and adding fruit in as well. So eating lots of powerhouse veggies, right? So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3. We're not counting calories, we're not counting protein, we're not counting carbohydrates, we're not counting sugar, we're not counting any of those things. We are counting ingredients. So if you remember back to when you did your food log and keeping down how many ingredients you were putting in your diet, right? Or that you were eating. And so less ingredients, the better, because you're adding less things to your body that can be harmful as possible. So keeping your ingredients really low versus looking at calories and all of those other things. So the only thing we're counting is ingredients. Tip number 4, hydration with water. Super key. Lots of people drink lots of pop every day, and what does pop have in it? It has high fructose corn syrup, and too much high fructose corn syrup can actually lead to something called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, because your liver has a hard time processing the high fructose corn syrup. So it can actually cause what is somewhat like causing liver disease in someone who is an alcoholic, and you can get it from drinking too much pop and consuming too much of the high fructose corn syrup. And so cutting out as much of that stuff as you possibly can. And I recommend, really, you don't need any pop in your diet whatsoever. So again, it's no nutritional benefit to you at all. Adding water to your diet is huge. It helps get rid of waste. It helps with energy. It helps your brain to function. It helps you to feel good. It makes your skin look good. It makes your body look good, your hair, your nails, everything. Water is the key to hydration. Number 5, using raw honey as far as helping with any sort of cravings. So if you've got that sugar craving, especially during the time when you're kind of cutting it out of your diet, a teaspoon of raw honey just kind of in the mouth or under the tongue is going to help with those cravings. Number 6, sticking with it even when you feel bad. And I know in the beginning when you're your body is getting rid of those toxins, that's That's what it's going to feel like. Your body's getting rid of toxins. It's going to feel like you're detoxing from an actual drug itself. You're going to kind of feel like you have the flu a little bit. And so body aches and headaches and feeling fatigued and stuff like that. So stick with it. You can do it. I promise you guys, you can make it through this. You owe it to yourself to adopt this new healthy lifestyle and getting that sugar and those processed foods out of your body. You owe it to yourself to add fruits and vegetables to fuel your body with nutrients and vitamins and antioxidants and all of these cancer fighting and disease fighting foods. You need them in your body. And so stick with it. It's not going to last forever. Again, you know, using hot baths and water and yoga and meditation, whatever makes you feel good when you have the flu, use those things. Do not cave in. You can get through it. Number 7, discovering, right? Self-discovery. It's all about you. And as a wellness coach, I think that's one of the things that sets us apart differently from other people who have these gimmicks and these diets that you should follow and everything, is that those people are telling you what to do and what you should eat every day and how you should exercise every day and what to put in your body every day and to meal prep every day. But if you don't like those things, you're not going to stick with it, right? And so it has to come from within inside. It has to be the motivation that's in your heart and what you want to do. So I'm giving it to you. This is up to you to make these changes, right? It is up to you to discover what you like, how you can incorporate these foods into your diet, and how you can do your meal prepping. Again, it's going back to what I like, what I don't like, and what I want to like. And so it's up to you. You can do it. Sorry, my phone was just telling me that I had a low battery. So stick with me, please. We're almost there. Number 8, keep it simple, right? So meal planning. A lot of people will always ask, like, well, what should I have for a meal? And what should I do? When should I make this? How should I make that? Keep it simple. It does not have to be this extravagant meal. You know, I always think back to like farmers and like, what do the farmers eat? They eat meat and veggies and sometimes potatoes, which potatoes aren't bad for you. Again, it's just a starchy vegetable, so limit it or switch to a sweet potato. But think back to what they eat, and that's basically what you should be eating, is like what your ancestors ate. And so, you know, pork chops on the grill, grilled chicken breast. You can have a steak on the grill. You can do stuffed peppers. You can make soups that don't have like a, you know, that have more of a broth-based soup and add a bunch of veggies, like chicken noodle soup with brown rice instead of the noodles. Keep it super, super simple. Just it's removing those processed foods from your diet. It's removing the boxed foods and the noodles and the potatoes and all of that stuff out of your diet, and just adding in those vegetables. So again, just do a meat on the grill, do a meat in the oven, and then adding in a vegetable as your side dish. And really that's as simple as it is and as good as it gets, right? So keeping meal prepping super, super simple. Number 9, this is your journey, right? This is not my journey. I'm not the one here to hold you accountable. You're gonna hold yourself accountable just like you do every day to doing what you need to do to be able to function through life, right? And so you're gonna be the one to set your goals. You're gonna be the one to set your vision. You're going to be the one to hold yourself accountable to the goals. And when you fail, really you have to answer to yourself. So do you want to answer to yourself? Because sometimes I don't want to answer to myself. Because I can tend to be a little bit hard on myself if I don't achieve my goals. So working at your goals and really seeing those small wins, like, wow, today I actually had no sugar and I ate a good breakfast and a good lunch and a good supper, and now I'm super proud. Like, reward yourself for that. Like, high five, sister, you did it. That's something to be super proud of, even though it seems something so, so small. Or I went to a restaurant and I ordered a salad instead of a cheeseburger and french fries. Or I had my taco in a romaine lettuce leaf instead of a taco shell. You know, all of those things are small wins to be super proud of and easy things to accomplish. So it's about you. It's about your journey. And then remember your why. Like, why are you here? I asked you that in the beginning. Why did you come to my class? Why are you listening to me talk? Why do you want to adopt this new healthy habits? Why are you on this journey? Always go back to your why, because that's what's inside here. That's your purpose, and that's what's going to drive you to be able to continue to go on this journey. And I think, my why as far as my healthy eating and changing some of my habits, because I'm going to tell you, I was horrible. I used to make macaroni and cheese and corn dogs for my husband when we were first married. Sorry, Michael. Anyways, so I was really bad. I was horrible. Like when I was pregnant, I used to call the ice cream man to come to the clinic where I was working because I wanted ice cream. But here's the thing. After I had my first child, I found out that my cholesterol was almost 300. And my dad had had his first heart attack at 36, and I was pretty close to following suit. And so I really just decided I can't do this. Like, I have to be healthy for my children. I have to eat healthy to keep my heart healthy so I don't have a heart attack, so I can be here with my children and my husband every day. And so that's really my why, is why I decided to adopt a healthy eating pattern, is because I wanted to prevent chronic disease. So I think you really have to ask yourself why. Why am I here? And that's a key to your success. And then last but not least, number 10 tip for success is your mindset. It really is. And if you go into this with a positive mindset saying, you know what, I am going to do this. I am going to reach my goal, and I'm going to be super proud of myself. And gosh dang it, every day wake up with that positive mindset. Before you go to bed, put on your positive PJs and tell yourself, when I wake up in the morning, I am going to be super proud of myself, and I am going to be happy, and I'm going to be ready for the day. And no matter what comes my way, I am going to handle it. Put on your positive PJs and be proud of yourself, because you made it this far. And I guarantee that every single one of you who are watching this right now have had some small win, even if it is a tiny win, even if it is, you know what, I had eggs for breakfast, woohoo, versus cereal. Huge win. High five. Give yourself credit. Be proud of yourself, because you are trying, and that's all you can do is really, really try. So your mindset has to be, I can, I will, I want to, versus I'm never going to lose this weight. I'm never going to be able to eat healthy. I hate vegetables. I don't want to eat vegetables. I don't like any fruits, and I'm never going to be able to cut sugar out of my diet, because that never attitude is going to get you there to never, right? So that positive, I want to try and like these vegetables. I want to try and incorporate them into my diet. I know that the more that I eat them and the more that I fuel my body with healthy foods, the more my body's going to like these foods, and the better I'm going to feel, right? I'm going to have more energy. I'm going to be able to not have body aches. I'm going to be able to do things with my kids. I'm going to see results as far as weight loss goes. My skin's going to look better. I'm going to prevent chronic disease from happening, right? And so it's your mindset. And so self-accountability, mindset, and keeping it simple. It's all part of this journey. And I know that you're going to rock it. And so I am so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on this journey and as far as you've gotten already. If you need any additional support or any help, I am definitely here for you. I am just simply an email or a message away, and don't ever hesitate to reach out to me, because I want this for you as bad as you want it for yourself. So good luck, and reach out if you need anything from me, and thank you for joining me on this journey.